morning, everybody. Buenos días. ¿Cómo les va? We have Yairi Security. How's it going? You're number one today. As you all know, Jose Reynoso, I'm your sticker health man. We're gonna be having some coffee right now. We're gonna be having some coffee, and then we're going to be talking a little bit with my mom. Yesterday I was working on my boat and I wasn't able to finish it, so it looks like I need to do it. Good morning. Good morning, Theo from Colorado. Gracias, Desmond Montgomery. How you doing, sobrino? I was working on my boat yesterday and I wasn't able to finish it. It looks like I'm gonna need to rebuild the carburetor, and it looks like it needs points. Yeah, because it wasn't sparking up yesterday, so it looks like I'm gonna have to be working on it today again. That's why I didn't want to take it out to the water, because if it, I was gonna take it out to the water, put it into the water, then start it up and all that, and it wasn't gonna light up. So that's why I wanted to work on it here before I take it out into the ocean. All right, thanks everybody for the likes. I appreciate that very much. Good morning to everybody. Okay, so I'm making some coffee here in my favorite coffee cup. All right, so I'm gonna put some coffee in here. Appreciate that, you guys. I appreciate all the likes. Right on. So today is Monday morning. Monday, what's the date today? Madre, ¿no sabes qué día es hoy, ma? Sí. ¿A cuánto estamos hoy? Estamos a 7. Okay, today's the 7th. Today's the 7th, and like I was saying, good morning from Texas. All right, and that's from Damon Garcia. Hey, do you live near all those flooding that's happening, Damon? Do you live nearby that? I know Texas is the biggest state in America besides Alaska, but you see all the stuff that's been happening in Texas, which is terrible, you guys. It's there's a lot of lives being lost. There's a lot of, the houses and all the motorhomes, the cars, that don't matter. But yes, about 100 miles. Orale. So it's probably raining a lot where you're at too then, right? Good morning, AZ Dable. How are you doing, homie? El AZ Diablo. How's it going? And we have Keel Cats over here on YouTube. How's it going, Keel Cats? We also have Aroldo. Good morning from Jacksonville. All right, Jacksonville, right on. Is that in Texas also? And then Dior says, old dude, take the hat off. Why does my hat bother you? Good morning, Monico Mexicano. How's it going, homie? ¿Cómo estás? How's it going, G? Why does my hard hat bother you, dude? I'm Mexican, raised in America. There's nothing wrong with my being proud to be a Mexican raised in America, is there? My friend Monico over here, he's Mexican. He was raised here in America. My hard hat doesn't bother him. Right on, Monico. Appreciate that, homie. Thanks for all the likes, Holmes. Hi, Keel. Cool Cats. Orale, Cool Cats. And Catnap says, hi. Orale, Damon says, yes. All right. Very sad, praying for Texas. Yes, everybody. Let's all pray for Texas, you guys. They're going through a lot right now. Good morning. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Rosa. Appreciate it, Rosita. Good morning to your parents. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Rosa. I'm about to talk to my parents right now. Come on, let's go talk to my parents over here. Remember, we're here every morning. This is my wonderful dad right there. That's my beautiful mom. All right, so I'm here every morning with my brother Eric. We're always here early in the morning because my dad needs to be, when we check out my dad's medication. My dad's a diabetic and he needs his blood checked every morning, and he needs his medication also every morning. So that's why we're here every morning. So I take the time to have a chat with everybody. Mornings, dice aquí Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Good morning to your parents. Thanks, Lucy. Appreciate that. And so, yesterday I was working on my boat, and I couldn't get it started. It looks like it needs some points. All right, Sammy. Hi, Sammy. And Florida Heat says, "Hi, Jose. How you doing, Florida Heat?" So yeah, you guys. I've been working on my boat yesterday, but I couldn't get it going. It looks like I need to put some brand new points on there, and it looks like I also need to rebuild the carburetor and amongst other stuff. You wouldn't survive in Mexico. Well, good. That's because my parents brought me out of Mexico. We were poor down there. We were hungry. When I lived in Mexico, yo todavía cuidaba vacas and stuff. All right. So I don't know what your problem is, but anyways, thank you very much. Is something wrong with the battery? No, it's not the battery. I got a brand new battery for it, so it's not the battery. The battery cranks and everything, but I think it's the points yesterday were shot. They were totally worn out. What's up, SK Flaco 7? How you doing, Flaco 7? So the points were like stuck and they were worn down, so it looks like it needs brand new points. You know, for those of you that know how to work on cars and stuff, when the points are real bad, you know, it won't spark. So I think that was going on yesterday. I think the points are real bad, and amongst other little stuff, you guys. Thank you very much. Orale, we have thank you, Mario Hitter, the SB County, for muting that Fulio. I don't know what's wrong with people, man. Just because I'm Mexican, that doesn't mean I can't sport an American flag. I got my nopal right here. So, you know, I got no problem with those people, though. Thank you, SB County Fishing. A tune-up on the boat. Yes, Lucy, that's what I need. I need a tune-up on the boat. And, you know, because this boat's been sitting since 2005, you guys. Okay, that was the last time it was registered. So, you know, it's been, like 20 years since it's been parked. So 20 years is a long time for a car or a boat to be just, you know, in storage. A lot of things go bad. So that's why I'm also going to be giving that carburetor a rebuild. I'm going to rebuild the carburetor because everything inside, and this happened to my last boat too. It was sitting for many, many years. I bought it used. And the inside of the carburetor was all clogged up, was kind of frozen and all that. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this carburetor on this boat. I'm gonna buy a rebuild kit and I'm gonna rebuild it. Okay, so that basically means changing all the gaskets, the float inside, cleaning it, and all that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Florida Heat says, you didn't listen to those people. If you are a legal citizen, you are able to be in the land of the free. It's just stuff people don't understand. Yeah, people don't understand that. You know, I was born in Mexico and I suffered over there. When I was a little kid, I don't have very good memories of Mexico, you guys. So, you know, I love Mexico and everything. I have nothing against nosotros los mexicanos or nada de eso. Okay, I'm just proud to be raised here. My parents brought me here. I crossed the border illegally, all that stuff, okay? So all the people that I grew up here and everything, right? So a lot of American people had a lot to do with me growing up. So they had a big influence on me. And you know what? Most of the people that when I was growing up, American Anglos and all that, they helped me a lot. They weren't racist and they weren't, you know, you had one here and there, but basically everybody that when I was growing up, everybody was helpful. All right, so a lot of Mexicanos dicen que los gringos que son culeros, because that's not true. Not everybody is like that. It's like that lately. Okay, since this president has gone in, a lot of Americans all of a sudden, you know, like the insurrection and all that. A lot of that stuff has been happening since Trump has been in power. But you never saw that before. I mean, yeah, people got deported and all that and everything, but it's mostly the hatred that's, you know, been building up. I don't know. But we got to look at America as America, not as, you know, red state, red country or blue country or all that. You got to look at America as what it is. America is made on immigrants. Even all the white people that are here, they're all immigrants too. Their folks were from somewhere else. We're from here, from the Americas. But let's not look at that, okay, you guys? If we don't get together and make America what it should be, which is great again, then it's just gonna go down the toilet. Okay, so I'm not here to blame anybody. Let's just get along. All right, all right. Meanwhile, bro. Meanwhile, briocha. What does that mean? Okay, dice aquí, at Alex says it. Mean, oh, not mean well. Oh, yeah. La fella. Bro. Ha. Okay. Simone says, but you have a nice boat. Hey, thanks, man. That's all it needs. All it needs is a tender love and care. I don't know for those of you that were watching me yesterday, but yesterday I cleaned it all out. I gave it a nice cleaning, all the interior and everything. It had a lot of dust from years of just being, in storage. So the seats were dirty and stuff like that. So it took me a few hours to clean it all up. And so I already knew that this boat was gonna need some tender love and care. Right now I'm just gonna be working on getting it started. So I know it needs points because I checked the points yesterday. They're totally gone. Okay, so the points is one of the most important things especially on these older engines. If the points are shot, it ain't gonna get no spark whatsoever. So even if it has gas, even if the battery's good and all that, if the points aren't gauged and they work, it's not gonna spark at all. So yesterday I was noticing that it wasn't sparking up, and then I opened up the distributor and I looked inside, and yes, the points are shot. Okay, so I'm gonna get me some points today. Today I'm not going to work because today's my mom's doctor day. My mom has a doctor's appointment, so today I'm going to take her to her doctor. My dad and I were going to go with her, of course. And hopefully everything's going to be going great. Thank you, Simone. Alex, he said, yeah, me boy. All right, thanks, Alex. Appreciate that, homie. Okay, Simone, he said, tip, keep the boat on and turn the carburetor off to let the fuel run out. It will shut off in a few. There's no fuel in it. There's no fuel at all yesterday. So it also needs a fuel filter. And I was just cranking it, so I wasn't able to start it. But today I'm going to try some more different strategies, Simone, okay? Thanks for the help. Okay, my tocayo Jose Ortiz says, Josie from East LA, good morning. Cheech laugh out loud. Right? Right out. Thanks, Tocayo Jose. Gotta have them. Mexican Americans don't like to get up early in the morning, but they have to, so they do it real slow. Some people like it when I do that shit. Thanks, you guys. Alright, dice aquí. Okay, Simone says, we'll keep your engine last longer. Well, I hope so. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be trying a few different things today. It definitely needs points. And it definitely needs, it's the carburetor. The carburetor needs to be refined because it's been in storage for so long. It's probably all dried up in there. The gaskets get dried up. That happened to my last boat, and trust me, I had to buy a new carburetor for it and all that. But once I changed that carburetor, it flew like a puppy. Well, not like a puppy, but it flew like a bird. All right, Frenchie, the best guerrero, he said, we all gotta look after each other, not fight each other. That's right, man. Look at all the stuff that's happening in Mexico right now. They're trying to kick out all the white people over there, Americanos and all that. I don't think that's right either. You know what I mean? They're not at fault of all the stuff that's happening over here. And neither is most of the Americans, okay? It's only a few. And even though, there's a lot of Mexicanos and everybody that, we're starting to hate on each other. Way too much. Way too much is getting out of hand. So I'm not down with all that stuff, okay, you guys? Yes, tenemos que ayudarnos los mexicanos, pero not to the point where we're fighting, because all this and all that. It's just a bunch of lame shit. Hello, I didn't know if you remember me, but I'm here. Bubba? How you doing?
Me cayó el plato, el cuchillo.
Sí, mamá.
Mira, ya no jala la de esto.
Oh, madre, te traje un encendedor.
Mira.
Oh, yeah. Ahorita que vamos a la tienda traigo dos, mom, okay? All right, mom. Yeah, you guys, I'm not down with all this protesting and all this getting out of hand. Most people just go protest to break windows, to loot, to fight. No, I don't like that. So what I do is, if I can help, you know, it's to anybody, I like to do it on my show. More people listen to me here than if I was out there in those protests and yelling and screaming and moving flags around and burning cars. Nobody listens to those people. They just make themselves look like fools. So, you know, I feel like I have a bigger effect on people just by talking here. Okay, more people listen to me here. Thousands of people watch me every day. Every time I go live, thousands of people watch me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, so that's why I don't really like to go to all those protests and stuff. No, but I'm just gonna be one person in all that crowd. Nobody's gonna listen to me. So that's why I don't do all that. Dice, okay, Jesse Ortiz says, well, saludos to everyone. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and my God, stay by your side and keep you safe. Gotta go get this money. Talk to you guys soon. All right, thanks, Jesse Ortiz. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jess Ortiz. Thanks. Good morning, Bruce Garcia. How's it going, homie? Órale. Okay, dice aquí, thank you, Hector, for the follow. Appreciate that. Hector says, buenos días. Gracias, Hector. Buenos días a usted. It's, okay. Okay, hang on. You guys are going pretty fast, Okay, dice aquí, thank you for the follow. 3 RSVPs. It says, I'm here for the progress. I want to do the same thing as you. All right. Cool. Appreciate that. Simon says, oh yeah, I already read that one. Okay, Mexicano, Mexican y ando. Dice, tío, ¿por qué no se casó? ¿Por qué no me casé? La verdad que no sé. You know what? Nunca tuve una relación con una mujer tanto tiempo para, decir, oh, estoy bien enamorado, bla, 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 bla. Nunca. Y pues no sé. Siempre me gustó andar con una dama o con otra y aquí y allá. Y ahorita ya estoy muy viejo para casarme y empezar una familia y todo eso. Yo ya no. Yo creo por eso, primo. Gracias. Ok, dice Simón que sí. Do another senior cheech. All right, in a minute. Did you have a good 4th of July, Jose? You know what? I did. Florida heat. I went to work. That's how I celebrated the 4th of July, by making America great, by keeping building. I've been building, working on that mansion up in Geyserville, and that's how I celebrate my 4th of July, by working, by keeping America going. Haha, she fell. It's not funny, dude. And she did not fall. She dropped her plate and her knife. Why would you say it's funny if my mom fell? If you're trying to impress me, that's not the way to do it, Holmes. Okay? And she did not fall. So, ha to you. Anybody makes fun of my mom, it's not going to be my good friend. Danielle, the gamer 55. So, if you think that was funny, it's not. You're not impressing anybody. All right, moving on. Alex 9387 said Cheech and Chong, right? This was when I was a little kid, I always wanted to be like Cheech. I always wanted to talk like him. That's why when I was able to grow a mustache, I started growing it just like him, because he always had that long brocha in his movies. So that's one of the reasons why I always like having my mustache. Ok, dice aquí, tío, ¿por qué no? Ok, esa Simón means yes in Mexican slang. That's right. Simón es que sí. When somebody asks you, hey, are you going to the river? You say, Simón. That means yes, or of course, or yeah. Okay. It's slang for yes. Thank you, Austin Beers, for the follow. Appreciate that. Rose Mendoza dice, good morning, beautiful family from Houston, Texas. Are you near those floods too, Rosita? I hope you're staying safe, all right? Okay, Florida Heat says, don't worry, Jose. I reported him. Hopefully he is gone. Okay, well, I don't know, but anybody that thinks that if my mom fell, whoever thinks that's funny, you know what, I mean, that's not my kind of friend. Danielle65 says, oh my gosh, so what? So curd. What does that mean? Okay, Rosita dice, oh, thanks for the gifts, Rosita, appreciate that. Okay, let me catch up to these comments. How you doing, says Jacob Salazar. I'm doing good, Jacob. How you doing today? You doing all right? No andas crudo? Right up. All right, Rosa Mendoza, thank you for sending me the heart. Me appreciate that, mama. Hola, tío. Dice aquí, ST 61 million. How you doing, sobrino? Respect, says Simon. Is it Simon or is it Simon? I forgot. If you're American, it's obviously Simon, right? But if you're Mexicano, then it's Simón ese que sí. Right on. Thanks, Simon. Mexicano indio. Dice, Ale con los tamales, tío, saludos. Órale que sí. Si quieren tamales, go right there on Expressway and Stony Point Road in Cotati, Runner Park. Right in front of that little creek, ahí están tamales el pariente, no, frutas el pariente. They sell tamales, the best tamales around, you guys. If you go there and you tell them, you mentioned the Azteca Health Man, they're gonna give you a free champurrado and a tamal, all right? And if you do go there and you do get your free champurrado and your tamal, please don't be cold, buy something else from them, all right? Because it helps them out. Pero I'm telling you that champurrados right now, since it's cold in the morning, man, you're gonna thank me later. All right, so for those of you that live in the area, si van pasando ahí por la Stony Point Road, párense allí en Frutas El Pariente. They sell the best tamales, and they also have fresh frutas, throughout the day. They're there from Monday through Saturday. All right, so stop by, let them know the Azteca Health Man sent you, and you'll get a free tamal and a champurrado. Right on. All right, just tell Jose Reynoso, your Azteca Health Man sent you there. Órale, Florida Heat says, Daniel, just leave if you're going to beat me. He has done nothing to you, bro. That's right, I've done nothing to you, bro. And neither did my mom. So I honestly don't think why you would say that she fell, ha ha ha. That is not funny. You're probably one of those little kids that thinks everything's funny. All right, anyways, thanks a lot. Thank you, Florida Heat. Appreciate that. Shannon. Oh, your name is Shannon? All right. Thanks, Shannon. Nice to meet you, Shannon, by the way. How long will you be live? Says Texas Trucking. Oh, I'm going to be live right now for about another, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. Today I'm not going to work because I'm going to be taking my mom to she's got a doctor's appointment today. So I'm going to be taking her to her doctor's appointment around 10. And then so I'm just going to be hanging around here all day long. I'm going to be working on my boat. After I take my mom to go see her doctor, I'm going to be working on my boat for a little while. I'm going to take off the points so I can bring them with me, bring them to the auto parts store, have them match them up. I always like to take them out and then go into the auto parts store because sometimes you ask for a certain part and you get the wrong part. So I always like to bring the old part with me once they give you the part. You can look at it right there on the spot, make sure that it's the right one, and then that's how I do it. So I'm probably gonna be taking off those points. I'm gonna be going off live around 8 o'clock, Texas trucking, and then I'm gonna take off those points, take my mom to her doctor's appointment. Then when I come back, I'll go to the auto parts store and try to get those points. I think it's those points that are not letting my boat start. All right. I'm also gonna see if I can get a carburetor repair, carburetor as the rebuilt kit. Okay, so I can rebuild that carburetor. All right. All right. Thanks, Texas trucking. What was your friend's name? Your co-driver? His name was don't tell me. What was his name? What was his name? Ricky? Was it Ricky? No, huh? But anyway, tell him I said what's up. Buenos dias, homie. Dice Cito Phoenix 602. How you doing, Cito? Thanks for being here, man. Órale, vato. Trucha es la migra. Where? No, that's my dad, dude. My dad's not la migra. Don't worry, la migra no me hace nada a mí. Ok, dice aquí. Somebody says. Está bien, viejita, ya que se vaya. What are you talking about, dude? I don't know who you are, dude, but you better not be talking about my mom, dude. Okay. Is it in Hillsburg? Oh no. Today her doctor's appointment is here in Santa Rosa. So it's it's kind of down the street. Thank you for muting that, Fulio. Appreciate that very much. Johnny Moon says, "Cubo le carnalito MLNR." MLNR. What is MLNR? Johnny Moon. Thanks, Johnny Moon. Appreciate that. Okay, Florida Heat says, "No, my name is Hudson. Sorry, I didn't mean to type Shannon. It was a type. Sorry about that. No problem, Hudson. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember that, Hudson. No promises. I did talk to a lot of people, so I try to remember as much as I can to the people that I talk to, like yourself. So I'm gonna try to put it up here in my thinking hat in Hudson, like the Hudson River, right? Thank you, Florida Heat. All right, you guys. Thank you. Can't read your name. Thank you for the shares. I really appreciate that. That helps me out a lot, Holmes. Appreciate that. Also, if you guys like my show, another thing that helps me a lot is for you to get your sticker heel on the TikTok shop. Walmart online, flip, stickerhill.com, and Amazon. All right. When you get your sticker heel, leave a review. That helps me a lot. Thanks. Orale, Florida Heat says, yes, exactly like the Hudson River. Oh, well, see, that I try to kind of associate different things so I can remember. So for you, the Hudson River right there, that helps me out. All right? Thanks, Florida Heat. And much love and respect, says SB County Fishing. Thanks, SB County Fishing. I appreciate that. So today I'm going to be working on my boat, you guys. Hopefully I can get her to run. If I get my boat to run, God willing, I'm gonna be taking it out. I might not. I might just take the day off tomorrow. Then, if I can get it started today, I might just take the day off tomorrow, or the next day, or as soon as possible, because I am really itching to take my boat out. I'm itching to be out there feeling the waves, as to feeling the wind, catching some fish, checking out the wildlife. So yeah. I'm kind of excited, so that I hope I can get it going, you guys. I really do. ¿Qué onda, tío? Dice aquí Jerry Garcia. Hey, Jerry! Are you that dude from the Grateful Dead? That rock and roll dude? All right. Dice aquí Johnny Moon says, much love and respect. Oh, that's what it means. Oh, thanks, Johnny Moon. I appreciate that. Sometimes I don't know this TikTok stuff. That's why I'm always asking people, what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? And thank you for letting me know. Much love and respect. I like that. Thanks, Johnny Moon. Not Kelly says, okay, I tried to support or even talk good. What? Not Kelly says, okay, I try to support or even talk good luck selling. All right, thank you, Not Kelly. Appreciate that. Well, I'm not trying to sell my boat. I'm just trying to fix it, and I'm trying to with the have a lot of fun with it. Good morning, Kuka. How's it going, Mama? Nice to have you here, Kuka. How's your morning going so far? Okay, you pinned a comment. What was the comment that you pinned? SB County Fishing. I'm sorry I didn't get to see it. Sometimes I get distracted. Sorry about that. Good morning. Says thumbs up here. How you doing, Mr. Thumbs Up? I can't see the comment you guys pinned up. I'm sorry about that. I better start drinking my coffee or else it's gonna get cold. I'm gonna sit over here with my beautiful mom for a little while, have her give us some advice. A lot of people like to ask my mom different kinds of stuff. So if you have any questions from my mom, I'm sure she'll be happy to answer all your questions. And for those of you that my mom drops something or whatever, if you're making fun of her, I'm gonna mute you. No, I'm gonna block you because I don't think it's very funny for people to be making fun of my poor little mom or my dad. Okay, as you can see, my dad, when he walks around here very slowly because he's an older man. So anybody that makes any kind of negative remarks towards my parents is definitely gotta go. Okay, you guys, I'm not here for you guys to make fun of my parents or myself or anybody that's here talking to us. So if you guys don't have any respect or any manners, then I feel sorry for you. You should have gotten them when you were growing up. Maybe you didn't have loving parents like I did. My parents have always taught us about God, taught us to be positive people. And so it's some people just never got, their parents obviously didn't care enough for them. So if you're here for that, please go away. Okay, dice aquí, Fatty Patty says, can you name both enchiladas? I could. Hey, let's do this. Let's start making a list. You guys want to make a list? There's a lot of people on here right now. So let's make a list. Let me get a piece of paper and we're going to start making a list. And then from here until when I take it out to the water, whichever name gets the most votes, that's the name we're going to pick. How's that? All right. So hang on tight. Let me get a piece of paper. Hang on, I'm gonna wait for my mom to come back so she can let me borrow a piece of paper. I don't want to be going through her stuff. So I'm gonna wait for her to come back. So if you guys want to suggest a name, I'd be happy to write it down. I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna check it twice. Hope you're not being naughty or if you could. And I'll know if you're being naughty or nice. And if you're being naughty, you're gonna get a call on your sock, in your stocking. All right. So enchiladas, that's what you're thinking of, Fatty Patty? Are you really a Fatty Patty? Is that why you're thinking about enchiladas? That's hella funny, baby. I hope I'm not disrespecting you. Chris says, whitewash bean. Whitewash bean. Whitewash bean. I'm from my boat. Is that a name for my boat, Chris? Or are you trying to insult me? Either way, thanks a lot. God bless your parents. Thank you, French Harp. Appreciate that. Thank you for that much. I do love my parents very much, you guys. Love yourselves. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Oh, I didn't even get to read that dude's comment, but thanks. Did you ever clean the boat? Yes, I did, Jay. I cleaned it yesterday. It looks spotless. I just have to vacuum it. But I cleaned all the interior. I cleaned all the seats. I cleaned the dashboards. I cleaned front, back, side to side. And yes, I did. I was able to clean it, Jay, and it looks beautiful. I don't know if you saw it when I first started, but it had a lot of dust. It had a lot of build up for years and years of neglect. But yes, I was able to clean it yesterday. It looks spotless. I wanted to clean all the interior and everything just in case I do take it out and people sit on the seats. I didn't want it to get all dirty. I want them to, look at my boat and like it. All right. All right. My friend Monica Mexicano says, if anyone makes fun of mom or dad, show them my photo and let them know. And let them know I'm looking for them. All right. Okay, you guys, you hear that? My friend Monico el Mexicano over here on Facebook says that if anybody's making fun of my mom or dad, he said to show him his picture of him, all right? And you guys, believe me, you guys wouldn't want to see this guy in a dark alley or in daytime, unless he's in a good mood, okay? Because Monico, he's a down-to-earth man, you know what I mean? I grew up with him. I've known him since we were little boys. We went to summer schools year after year after year after year after year after year. And so, yes, it's the thanks for having our back, Monica. I appreciate that. All right, you guys, you hear that? So if you guys don't want to be at the on our bad side, Monica's bad side, trust me, you don't want that. So just behave yourselves, all right? Thanks, Monica. Appreciate that, homie. Much respect to you, home. All right. Okay, moving on here. It says, yeah, so I did clean the boat. Thank you for the follow, Benny. And then Mikla Bar says, ¿hablas español? Pues claro que sí, pues yo soy mexicano. Yo nací allí en Purando, Michoacán. Y hablo español y hablo en inglés, porque no todos hablan español y no todos hablan inglés. All right? Thank you very much. What kind of tea are you drinking? Oh, it's not tea. This is coffee right now. You're probably thinking about this. This is Azteca Hills. Azteca Hills, an all-natural energy drink. Okay, it keeps you focused and concentrated. It keeps you energized, not like jittery and feeling weird. So I'm the Azteca Health man. So I'm always telling you to get it on Azteca Hill, Walmart online, flip, aztecahealth.com, in Amazon. Okay, so that's why I started doing these morning shows. I'll work on my boat. I'll take you guys fishing. I'll go. I do all kinds of stuff, random stuff, and that's why I started doing all that, because since I'm the Azteca Hill man, it's my duty to bring you attention to get your Azteca Hill. Okay, so Azteca Hill tastes great, you guys. For those of you that drink energy drinks, okay, all those drinks taste like crap, honestly. The Monster Energy drink, that shit's evil, by the way. Power Energy drinks, that stuff tastes like crap. The Rockstar, that leaves terrible taste in your mouth. But Azteca Hill tastes great. Okay, so for those of you that like energy drinks and you want to try something that's actually good and natural, Azteca Hill's your choice. Trust me. I'm a professional. All right? All right. All right, moving on here. It says, God bless our parents, says French Harps. Yes, God does bless all our parents. They bless them with us. God bless them by them having us. That's, when somebody has, when a man and a woman, when they conceive a child, it's a blessing. So we're our parents' blessings. Okay, you guys? Thank you very much. All right. Rosita just got the number 2 gifted badge. Thank you, Mama, for the gifts. Love yourself. Thank you for the follow. Okay, moving on here. Thank you for muting Ivan for probably talking smack. Just say, I remember you, homie. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate that. All right, dice aquí, my tocayo Jose says, Tío. Thanks for the hearts, me. I appreciate that. Jose says, Tío, salúdame a mi abuelita. I love when she prays. She reminds me of my grandma. All right. She's going to be coming over here right now, Jose, and you can say hello to her in person. All right? So give her a second right now. Right now, she's doing the little stuff grandmas do. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that. And I sure will. Power wash the boat, says Texas Trucking. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be power washing the boat. I don't know, for those of you that saw that when I fixed that power washer a couple weeks ago, it was running bad, and I took the carburetor apart. I cleaned it all out. I took the gas can out, and that was the problem. It was the gas tank. The gas tank had all kinds of dirt, and stuff inside of it, so it was getting it clogged, so it would go off. And so it took me a while to figure it out. I mean, it's a small engine, but still, you got to figure stuff out. I cleaned the spark plugs. I did all kinds of stuff, and man, I got that thing purring like a kitten. Okay, so sometimes that's why I do just random videos on random stuff. And even if you don't have a power washer and you don't need to learn how to fix a power washer or stuff, I also try to make it interesting by playing music for you guys. I try to be funny sometimes, and so some people just like to watch me bull. All right. Thank you, Texas Chucky. Órale, vato. Abe Ortiz says, "Good morning, homie. Hey, Holmes, what's happening? Are you tripping?" Thanks, Abel. Appreciate that. Hi, I'm Daddy says, "Still, I drink a beer in the morning." Really? That early in the morning? Well, you know what? Sometimes I do too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to pass myself for this poor innocent man. No, I've been there, done that, and sometimes I do too. Sometimes I'll start drinking in the morning, which I don't recommend because then you get tired, and it's you just don't want to get all shit faced too early in the morning. A beer or two is okay, especially si andas crudo, because believe it or not, crudo means hangover. If you're hungover, believe it or not, you could die from a hangover. Like if you've been drinking all night, for a couple days or whatever, and then you stop cold turkey, people die from that. So sometimes you want to detox and stop drinking slowly, get some food into you and all that. Okay. So yeah, salute to you, homie. Órale. Okay, dice aquí Jay. Jay says, when you taking out H2 a boat, taking out H2 a boat. What's H? When you're taking the boat out to go fishing. Oh yeah. As soon as I get it running, right now it's still not running, Jay. Like I said, I think I need to give it. Hello, handsome. Hi, Mystic Mandy. Thank you. You're making me blush. Oh, thanks, Mandy. As soon as I get it fixed, okay, because my boat has been in storage, you guys, since 2005. Okay, so that was the last time that it was registered. So 2005 has been a long time already. It's been like 20 years since it was just sitting. So that's why when engines have been non-running for that long, parts start going bad. So the points are bad now, and I'm gonna rebuild the carburetor because last time that's what happened to my boat. My other boat, the carburetor got like frozen. Okay, the parts inside carburetors have a bunch of little parts inside. Okay, and then when they haven't been, the gas evaporates and all that, so they get stuck. So they don't work properly. So that's why I'm gonna buy a carburetor repair kit, and I'm gonna rebuild that carburetor. You guys can help me out. All right. But as soon as I can, Jay, I can't wait to tell you to be honest with you myself. Thanks, Jay. You can come with me too if you live around the area over here in Northern California, and you guys want to go fishing with me. I'd be happy to take you guys out there. Okay, I go fishing to Black Point, and I go to the San Francisco Bay. Sometimes I'll go to Bodega Bay out in the open Pacific. So if you guys want to go fishing with me, you're welcome to come to go with me. All right. Thank you, SB Fishing, SB County Fishing, for muting Alex. Probably talking smack again. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you for. All right. Thanks. Diamond 31. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that. El Gordo Loco. What's happening, Vato Loco? How you doing, homie? Nice to have you here. Come on, Theo. Come on, where? Danny Ray, thanks for the follow, Danny. Appreciate that. Sun God says, on the weekends, I do just want to wake up. Oh, really? Oh, you're talking about chelas? Well, salute to you, Holmes. Really. All right. Jose dice, la cerveza es buena para la azúcar si tienes diabetes. Oh, really? Pues esa no me la sabía. La cerveza es buena para diabetes, huh? Is that like a myth? Did you hear that somewhere? Did the doctor tell you that? Or how did you know that? I'm curious. Let me know. Thank you, JR, for the follow. Appreciate that. Y luego también dice aquí Gerardo de la Torre, dice, ¿qué onda? Aquí nomás, ¿cómo le va a usted, Gerardo de la Torre? ¿Qué rollo con el pollo? Man, sometimes I crack myself up, you guys. You know what I mean? I try to be funny, and yeah, you guys help a lot. You guys do help a lot. Thanks. All right, dice aquí Omotro, dice, saludos desde Austin, Texas. All right. So are you staying dry over there? Is it still raining cats and dogs? Is it true that they're saying that there's going to be more flooding, that there's going to be some kind of hurricane and all that? If it is, you guys should stay, alert and safe. There's already a lot of people have died in those floods, man. I see videos on all the platforms of all the desmadre que está pasando. So, if you have children, cuídenlos bien, because, see all those children from the little camp that are missing and stuff. So don't chance it. Just stay safe, stay alert. Órale. Okay, Jose dice, my dad is diabetic, and when his sugar is high, we will drink one or two and it will lower it down. Really? Wow. I didn't know that, Jose. So did you come up with this yourself, or did the doctor recommend it, or how did you figure this out, Jose? I'm curious because my dad's a diabetic too. My dad's a diabetic too, and but we don't give my dad beer anymore. He doesn't want it anyways. But I'm curious on that, Jose. Let me know. Big Tino dice saludos from Oxford, Califas. Órale, Big Tino 805. All right, Holmes. I live in Califas too. I live over here in San Jose, California. That's about an hour north of San Francisco. Saludos from Califas. Ahua. Thanks for the gifts, Jose. I appreciate that. Okay, we got Steamy Snaps. How you doing? Good morning to you. At hashtag big titty problems. Where? Big titties ain't no problem. That's a great solution. That's funny. Thanks, Mystic Mandy. And why did you type that in? I'm kind of curious now. Let me know. Are you a big titty woman? She says, please let her be a big titty. Please. I just imagine myself going. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect. I hope I didn't offend you. All right, tenemos aquí a Guillermo. Dice, buenos días, paisanos. Saludos desde Clovis, Nuevo México. Originario de Villa Jiménez, Michoacán. ¡Ajúa! Right on, Guillermo. Yo también soy de Michoacán. Yo nací en Porondero, Michoacán. No sé si conoces para allá, pero yo también soy ahí de Porondero. Thank you very much. All right. Hey, Hills 4, how's it going, mama? How you been doing? Good morning to you. Did you wake up good today? Laugh out loud? You think that was funny? Thanks. Appreciate it. How's it going out there? He said, where's the love boat? Oh, yeah, we were going to start doing I'm going to start doing a list of all the different names for my boat. And we're going to take a vote on the most popular one. And whichever one is the most popular, that's the one, that's what I'm going to, that's the one I'm going to choose. Okay, Mystic Manny says, yes, all right, I like big titty women. And they say, I'm dead. Really? Well, come back, baby. I'll give you mouth to mouth and resuscitate you. I'll bring you back to life and show you what you're missing out on. I needed that laugh. Oh my God. You did? Well, get over here. I got more where that came from. All right, I'll go again, and you'll come back to life right away. Okay, I'm glad I made you laugh, Mystic Mandy. Made other people laugh down here on TikTok too. All right, this moving on here. It says, Beto says, saludos desde San Benito, Texas. Hey, Beto, are you close to those flooding and everything over there too? Are you close to that? Let me know, please. Is it still raining, by the way? Oh, that's so good. Thanks, you guys. Okay, saludos desde Clovis, California. And that's from Eric Cruz. Right on, Eric. Thanks, man. Shouts out to to Clovis, California, especially to Eric Cruz. All right. Hey, good morning, chica chica. How's it going, Pam? Pam's another person that I've known all my life, basically. I've known Pam since, wow, since I was a little boy. Pam's a little bit older than I am, and she's a very good friend of the family's. How you doing, Chica? She goes by Chica Chica. Good morning to you, Pam. I hope you're doing good, Mama. All right, Mystic Manny says, my engine started and I can start my day. Dang. All right, well, keep that baby warm. Just don't crash. Just be careful, all right? Thanks. Right on, Mystic Mandy. All right. Dice, Fatty Patty says, Floaters, name of the boat. Floaters. Isn't that like a group name? Like a band name? Isn't that a band name? Floaters, huh? All right. Well, hang on. I'm waiting for my mom to come back because I want to start writing down the names, different names of different names, and then we're gonna pick the most popular one, right? So give me a second. All right, Hills Force says at Beto mid padres eran de San Benito. All right. Oh, really? All right. That's very cool, Hills 4. All right, Zamora, Michoacán. Dice aquí Roberto Ventura. Qué bien, un saludo ahí para todos los de Zamora, Michoacán. Especialmente para usted, Roberto Ventura. Órale, homie. Thanks, Hugo, for the follow. Appreciate that. You're going to like it here. This is the kind of stuff I do all day. Well, not all day, because I do go to work. But I clown around most of the day. I try to make people laugh, you guys. So if you guys know somebody that's sad, feeling down, and you want them to they need to be cheered up, tell them to watch my show. I'll cheer them up whether they like it or not. Or I'll tickle them. And if it's a girl, I know all the secret tickling spots. Yeah. All right, right on. Moving on. Jose dice, only one or two. Okay, only one or two. So no es borrachera, ¿verdad? It's just to lower the sugar level, right, Jose? Right on. Hey, Shy Girl! What's happening, baby? Shy Girl says, good morning, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better now that you're here. Thank you for being here, by the way, Mama. Hey, look, I got that space in my heart still for you right here, Mama. All right? All right. Okay, dice aquí Rafael Salinas is laughing over there. Right on, I'm glad you're enjoying it. El Morales dice, shout out to Mike Hawk. Mike. Are you one of those funny people, huh? Tries to get me to repeat that shit. Don't do that, because you get blocked here, dude. Don't do that. By the way, if you do that again, you'll get blocked, okay? El Morales. Okay, we're not here to play little kids games, man. Si no te gusta estar hablando como una persona decente y educada, bótate ve para otro lado. Thank you very much. Okay, because si no, my moderators aquí, ellos sí te bloquean, ellos sí te corren. So, si no tienes algo interesante que decir, mejor cállate calladito. Alright? Saludos, tu tía, by the way. Esta vez te lo voy a pasar. How's that? Marty Mars says, see, somebody got rid of you because I told you, man, we don't like that around here. All right, thank you very much. All right, we got Y1 Heaven. Says, Theo, How you doing, white one heaven? And remember, people, we only need one heaven. Okay? We also only need just one hell. Okay? So we all have a choice. You know, if you want to go to heaven, all you gotta do is be a good person. You know, get along with everybody else. And if you want to go to that one hell, that's they say that it's a lot easier to go to hell than it is to go to heaven because being bad is simple, very easy. But being good and you know following being righteous is the difficult part. All right? All right. All right, moving on. I like that name, White One Heaven. I like that a lot. And Morales, people say it's a lady boat. It's a lady boat? My boat's a lady boat? Yeah, my boat's a lady. I want to put a name for that's a lady name for a boat. That's right, I do. You know. Hola, dice Luis Peralta. Peralta, ¿cómo le va? ¿Cómo estás? Yo estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? Espero que bien. All right, here comes my dad. Alan dice, how was it growing up Mexican American during your youth? Okay, Alan, that's a really good question. You know what? I was born in Mexico, right? Like if you watch my show, you know this already. I was born in Mexico, and then when I was 5 years old, I was brought over here to the United States. You know, I snuck across the border. It took us many tries to sneak across the border, you guys. And you know, I remember the migra chasing us, catching us, and scaring my poor little grandma. My grandma, she couldn't even run, and the migra was chasing us left and right. You know, and I remember the migra scaring my poor little grandma all the time. And since I was a little boy, you know, I was always following my grandma. I was wherever my grandma went, that's where I went. So the migra would chase us around, and my grandma couldn't run, dude. So the migra would catch us, and you know, they interrogate us for a while and all that, and then they'd let us go. But you know, finally we made it, right? And I'll tell that story in detail some other day. But when I started growing up here in America, I was 5 years old. I started kindergarten. I didn't know how to speak any English, nada whatsoever. All right. And so I started going to kindergarten, right? And I went to kindergarten in this school in Cotati. And believe it or not, there was only one other Mexican kid there, and I forgot her name was Amalia. I think her name was Amalia. I went to school in kindergarten there for like a half a year in that school, but it was only one other Mexican kid in that whole school where I went, besides my sister. Okay, besides my sister. And so there was no Mexicans here in Sonoma County, barely any at all. For those of you that remember this, you can know that I'm not blind, right? And so I didn't know any English, and this little girl, she spoke English already, and she would, you know, translate for me. She would translate for me, you know, and all this and all that. So I started, since there was no, the teachers, they didn't know how to speak Spanish, and so the school hired this one teacher to teach me English. And I forgot her name, honestly. Very sweet lady. I remember that. She was very sweet, right? And she would teach me English. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the basics, red, blue, white, you know, stuff like that. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all that basic stuff, right? And little by little, I started learning how to speak English. By the time I was in first grade, I could speak English already. And then, you know, as time went on, you know, I went through the whole education thing here in the United States. So, you know, I went to elementary, I went to high school, I went to college for a few years. And so, growing up in America as a Mexican, you know, you had a few kids here and there that, you know, oh, you wetback or whatever, you know, they would crack those Mexican jokes or whatever. But you know what? Not very many, to be honest with you. Not very many. Most of the kids that I went to school with, they were my friends. They were, you know, they'd invite me to their birthday parties, sleepovers, and me as a Mexican, we're not used to that kind of stuff. You know, but my parents, they would let me go to my little friend's house, you know, and we were poor, so you have to bring them a present. buying them a little stumper car. It's all I could afford and stuff. But growing up Mexican American here in the United States was actually great, and that's what I'm always telling people. A lot of Mexicanos, they think that, oh, Americans hate us, blah blah blah, some culeros. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. When I was growing up, a lot of those American families, American teachers, counselors, principals, they helped us out a lot. Okay, they helped us out a lot. There wasn't that many racism stuff going on in those years for some reason. Nowadays, you hear that's all you hear about right now. That's all you hear about. Mexicans hate Americans, okay, and we live here. Americans, they hate Mexicans, and we're the ones that do the jobs supposedly and all that. But that's not really how it is. That's not how everybody is, okay? People just magnify it because everybody's always on their phones. They're always watching videos. But overall, America is great, you guys. America is very great. I I have a great influence. I've had a lot of influence from American people all my life, and that's why I turned out just like I am right now. And I don't think I turned out too bad. Okay, I had more American influence than Mexicans because there wasn't that many Mexicans around. All right, so I think it was great, and I'm very proud to be a Mexican American. I still got my nopal right here. That never wears out. And so, some people, they come on here to tell me to take off that hard hat. What are you thinking? You're Mexican. You're a traitor. Blah 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 blah. If they had gone through the stuff that I went through growing up here in America, they would also be grateful to have been raised here in America. All right. So for those of you that know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, pay attention. All right, so yes, it was a great experience for me, Alan. Thank you for asking that question. I like that. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. You guys are going very fast now, very fast. All right, hola, my friend. ¿Cómo estás? Dice Juan Mendoza. Yo estoy muy bien, camarada. ¿Y usted? Espero que esté muy bien. Gracias. Chef. They said, did you both start yesterday? No, Chef, I didn't start. I'm going to be changing the points today. I'm going to be getting a carburetor rebuild kit for it. And what else do I need for you guys? Well, I'll think of something else. But I'm going to try those things first, Chef, okay? Once I get that baby rocking and rolling, I'm going to take it out on the water. I can't wait. But I don't want to take it out into the water until I'm sure, because once you start going down the river or or ocean or whatever, if it's not running, you're gonna be screwed. So I want to make sure everything is running good before I actually take her out. All right. You're a great guy, says Aki Aham. Thank you, Aham. Appreciate it. That makes me feel good. All right, you guys, it's the thank you, Chef, for the gifts. Ponle la chalupa, dice aquí Mikla Bar. La chalupa, huh? That's pretty cool. La chalupa is it's those little boats, como la loteria, right? So it's a lady in a little boat. She goes down the little river filled with different foods and stuff, selling on the river. That's the one you're talking about, la chalupa, right? That sounds pretty cool. We're going to take a vote, though. We're going to take a vote, and then we're going to take the most popular one. Okay, Shadow says true. Right on. I appreciate you agree. Thank you, Hills4, for sharing. I appreciate that very much, Mama. God bless you. All right, Alan. Love you, Uncle. This is user 76 million. We love you, too. Will you stream tomorrow? Yes, I stream every day at AM. I stream every day. I'm usually here. I start streaming at 6:30 in the morning, and then I go to work. I'll stream all day at work. A lot of people like to watch me work. I do masonry work, and I play music. I play songs. I do all kinds of song requests and stuff like that. And I'll try to stream most of the day. Random times, random places. Okay, so that's what I do. If you follow me, subscribe, and just hit the notifications. It'll let you know when I'm streaming. Hi, Jeremy. Kelly, how you doing? All right, okay. You have very beautiful English. Well, thank you very much, Exo. like I was saying, I was born in Mexico, but I've been raised here since I was 5 years old. So I learned how to speak English here. I've been educated here, and yeah. So basically, son como yo soy mexicano, pero I've been raised basically, with American people here. Most of my friends have always been American people because there wasn't that very many Mexican people when I was growing up. Okay, so yeah. All right, Mónico el mexicano dice, call it la mojar, no, mojarda. Mojarda or mojarra? Mojarra, ¿verdad? Is that what you're saying, Mónico? You know what? Let me get that list. Let me start doing that right now, Mónico. Hang on. Wait 1 second, you guys. All right, I got a piece of paper here. All right, Mónico, you're first. What's your suggestion? I'm gonna write your name here so that way I know that you're the one who suggested it. So you get first choice, carnal. Órale, vato loco. You get first choice. What would you like me? What is your suggestion? Oh, la mojada. Mojada? Is that what you're saying? La mojada? Okay, well, let's wait for Mónico, see if he's still here. Okay, okay, you guys are going very fast, you guys, very fast. Thank you very much, Shy Girl, for the hearts. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Shy Girl. Appreciate it. Brian says, hey, what? Theo, you gotta go outside. I do? Okay, dice, Otsip says, se ve que tiene máscara. ¿Sí? Si no te gusta, me la quito. All right, Mónico, el mexicano says yes. Okay, so I'm gonna write down your name, Mónico, and your suggestion, and then, like I said, we're gonna pick the most popular one. Okay, Mónico. All right. Let me see, Mónico, el mexicano. All right, Mónico. So la mojada. Okay, you guys, la mojada means the wet. Basically like a wet, but it's a girl. Okay, that's what you mean, right, Mónico? All right, la mojada, ya está, primo. So you got first choice here, Mónico. All right, so let's take another suggestion here. Let me see. Okay, who wants to go next? Okay, you guys, hang on. Tío, póngase a trabajar. Mi tía ocupa dinero para la cerveza. Dile a tu tía que no sea tan alcohólica, que mejor se ponga a trabajar para que ella me mantenga a mí. ¿Ok? Ok. ¿Qué onda, tío? Dice aquí, güerito. Gracias, güerito. ¿Cómo estás? Ok. Ok, Mónico, el mexicano, dice, the wet one. Ok, the wet one. Sí, pero tú quieres que le ponga la mojada, right? Obviously, right? Because, I mean, it could be either one. All right. Shy Girl says, hi, how are you and my mom-in-law doing? We're doing great, Shy Girl. We're glad that you're here, babe. You're always such a positive person. Hey, Shy Girl, you wanna take a whack at helping me get a name for my boat? Are you in La La Land. La La Land? Not yet. Hang on a minute, you guys. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, morning, Jose. How are you?
I'm doing great. What's happening?
Are you gonna try to go? Are you gonna go to work today?
I can't because I gotta take my mom to the doctor today, homie.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, sorry about that, pero mañana sí, carnal.
Órale, pues. Creo que ahí estamos, pues.
Órale, pues.
Pásalo a la madre.
Okay, Simón.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that was my brother asking me if I was gonna go to work today. I can't because I'm gonna be taking my mom to the doctor. No, I'm not in La La Land. Póngale la Z-Boy. La Z-Boy. La Z-Boy. Okay, te lo voy a apuntar since you're already here. What's your name, though? What's your name? Okay, Rosa dice... Okay, I'm going to write down Rosita here. Rosa Medrano. Okay, Rosa Medrano says... Aztec Horizon. All right, I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. Anything that has to do with Aztec, I like. Aztec Horizon. I like that. Thank you, Mama, for choosing that. I like that very much. Okay, Rosita, I got you down, baby. All right, you guys. Anybody else want to get a crack out of this? Ok, dice aquí Jan Torres, dice, buenos días, hola Jan, ¿cómo le va, Vale? Ok, dice aquí Apple user 23 million says, las sin vergüenza. ¿La sin vergüenza? Ok, le voy a apuntar como, ¿cómo te llamas Apple user? ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? The Aztec Mermaid says smoking kettle. Okay, let me write down smoking kettle. Smoking kettle. Smoking kettle says the Aztec Mermaid. I like that even better. Thanks, Smoking Kettle. I got you down, homie. Órale, vato loco. All right, guys. That's 3 down and 1 million to go. All right. Thank you for the follow. Maria. Gracias, Maria. Boat name Pesqueson. Pesqueson? What's your name? Mary Coconut? Is coconut? What is coconut? Hey, Mr. Harley. Good morning, sir. How you doing? We're making a list and we're checking it twice. We're trying to get a name for my boat here, Mr. Harley. Would you like to suggest something, sir? Okay, dice saludos desde la Vergo. Ay. Okay, Junior says Aztec Warrior. Okay, somebody suggested that already. Oh no. You're okay. No, so I'm gonna write you down. Okay, Junior, Aztec Warrior, got it. Let me see, Junior. What's your name? Okay, Aztec Warrior. Remember, you guys, my boat's name should be a female name. Okay, I know Aztec, but there's Aztec Warriors that are females too. But most of the time, when you wanna, like me, that's my thing. Okay, I mean, I'm writing down what people say because, like I said, we're gonna be taking a vote. But if I was gonna be naming my boat something, it would be a female name because that's my baby. Okay, moving on. Okay, Brian también dice Aztec Warrior. Junior says Aztec Warrior. Okay, so Brian Galvan, you and Junior are saying the same thing. Okay, so I got that one down already. I'll put your name down too, Brian. So because you said it at basically at the same time as Junior here. Okay. So I'm gonna write your name down, Brian. Brian Galvan. All right, I got you down, homie. Okay, you guys. Who else? Is the boat ready now? No, it's not ready now. I still got to do some work to it. I couldn't get it to run yesterday, and I ran out of time, so I had to go. But I'm going to be taking my mom to the doctor right in a little while, and then I'm going to be going to get some points for it. I'm going to buy a carburetor rebuild kit for it. So I'm going to be working on it later on today. So, and I'm not a professional mechanic, you guys. So I'm trial and error. And so if people help me when I'm doing stuff like this. Sometimes they'll suggest something like, oh, check the fuel filter, or did you try this, try that, check this out, do it like this, do it like that. And so when I'm doing just random shows, people have a lot of people have suggestions, and some people, they just like to watch me. So that's what it is. All right. Okay, dice aquí Ukiah is in the house. Órale, saludos to Ukiah from San Rosa, homie. Do a drawing show, says AZ Diablo. Oh yeah, I haven't been drawing for a while, huh? That reminds me, I should start drawing again, AZ Devil. So you know what? I'm gonna try to start drawing again in the evenings. I usually start from like 7 p.m. till sometimes I'll go to midnight. Sometimes I'll go even to like 2 or 3 in the morning. So next time I'm on my show drawing something, remind me and I'll do a drawing for you. All right. Stash. What is stash? Kitus. ¿Para qué estás anotando los nombres? Oh, para mi barco. Tengo mi barco allá afuera y le estamos tratando de buscar un nombre para mi barco. So, ahorita ya tengo 4 nombres aquí que gente, vamos a apuntar diferentes nombres y vamos a agarrar el que tenga más votos, ¿ok? Aquí están los nombres so far. Aquí tenemos, mira, Mónico el Mexicano, he watches me on Facebook. He says we should call it La Mojada, the wet one. Rosa Medrano dice Aztec Horizon. All right. Smoking Kettle said the Aztec Mermaid. And Junior and Brian Galvan said Aztec Warrior. So we got 4 so far. That's what I'm writing down. Eso es lo que estoy apuntando. Oh, Oski says boat name La Mera Ria. No, I'm not even. Dice que La Mera Riata. Ay. Come on, man. I'm sorry, pero eso no la puedo apuntar porque a mí no me gusta eso. ¿Cómo le voy a poner algo así, algo que yo quiero, primo? Pórtese bien, mejor. Okay, dice Phoenix Maid says, name it La Journey. Okay, I'm gonna write, that's pretty good. Let me write that down, okay? So you're gonna be number 5 here. Phoenix Maid. Okay, you want La Journey. All right. La Journey. All right, got you down, homie. Thanks, Phoenix Maid. I like that. Okay, so you're number 5 now. Let's do a 6th. Moving on. La Aventura, dice Money Mose, Mexicano. Okay, that's está chida. Deja apuntarla aquí. Anonymous Mexicano. Anonymous Mexicano says La Aventura. Esa también está chida. I like that. La Aventura. Okay, Anonymous Mexicano. Ya te apunté. Tú eres el número 6. Okay. So far we got 6 names. Stash sounds cool. mustache. Like a mustache? Make up your mind. All right. Six Alon says Oxchipquetzal. ¿Qué es eso? A ver, dime, explícame, what is that? Something to do with Aztec language, right? All right, moving on. A ver, what does he say? He didn't answer back. Okay, dice. I can't even pronounce it, no lo puedo ni pronunciar. No sé qué es, pero a ver, explícamelo. Tío, ¿qué onda? Aquí dice the Fiber Dude. Hey, what's up, Fiber Dude? We're picking a name for my boat. Look, we got all these names already. And so I'm trying to get it, some different names. Then we're going to be voting on the most popular one. All right? All right. That's what we're doing. Okay. I'm a bit of an artist. It helps time pass. Well, me too. I love drawing too. I do drawings. I do drawing shows in the evenings between 7 and whenever at nighttime. I like to draw for different viewers. I draw different stuff. So that's something that I do, you know, because I do random stuff all the time. So drawing is one of those things that I do. It helps me pass time, and it's great, especially when you're in jail. That's where I draw the most. Every time, I don't go to jail anymore, but when I used to go, you know, get locked up once in a while, I used to draw there all the time. It would help pass time. It's great. La mera que, la mera que, la mera que. Sí, las sí nortit what norita sí norita, is that what you're saying? La norita okay, Jay, I'm gonna write that down. That sounds like a normal name. Let me put you down for number 7. J hang on, J JD. Okay, JD, and you're going down for la señorita, ¿verdad? La señorita. I mean, I get it though, because you got the ñ thing. Como diciendo la señorita, ¿verdad? That sounds cool. Órale. Ya te puse aquí, Jay, alright? Yes, Flower Princess. Oh, okay. Flower Princess. So that, I couldn't pronounce that. I couldn't pronounce it though. Speedy Shy Girl. Is that your name? Is that what you want Hills for? Speedy Shy Girl? Xochiquetzal. Oh, Xochiquetzal. Okay, mira, te voy a poner aquí. That sounds like a pretty cool name. Six Alon, ¿verdad? Okay, so you're number 8. La voy a apuntar así como dijiste. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, dice aquí. Oh, exo cle okay, and what did you say that meant? What did you say that meant? Flower Princess. Okay, hang on a minute. I like that. Okay, ya te puse aquí 6 Alon. Te puse for I'll learn if that's the name we're gonna that wins. I'll learn how to pronounce it perfect. Okay, so that means Flower Princess. I like that. Órale, vato. Martín, ¿cómo le va? All right. Hills for says Speedy Shy Girl. Is that what you want Hills for? Thank you, Brian, for the follow. La señorita. Okay, I got you already for that one, Jay. Hola, mamacita. Yeah. How you doing, baby? We're picking a name for my boat. Making a list and checking it twice. You want in on this, mama? Okay, Big O says, hello, my friend from San Antonio. Órale, Big O. How's it going, Vato? Nice to have you here, man. Xochitlitza pronounced Xochiquetzal. Means flower princess. Okay, so Xochiquetzal. 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 Did I say it right? Xochiquetzal. 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 How did I do? I'm gonna try to remember that, all right? All right. She was Aztec princess. That sounds sweet. I like it. Speedy Shy Girl. Okay, Hills 4. Is that your pick? Is that what you want? Speedy Shy Girl for the name of the boat? Is that what you want, Mama? All right, Mama Cita Yia says Aztec vibes. Now that's a good one. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Okay, you're gonna be number 9. Hang on, Mamacita. I like that. That's cool. Mamacita Yaya, she says Aztec vibes. That's cool. I hope you win. All right, I got you down for Aztec vibes, Mamacita Yaya. Thanks, baby. That's a cool one. Okay, Hills 4 says yes. All right, let me put that down. You're going to be number 10. Hills 4. Okay, so yes. Okay, Speedy Shy Girl. Órale. Okay, I got you down for number 10. Speedy Shy Girl, Hills 4. Thanks, appreciate it. Lion de Oro, says Brian. Lion de Oro, is that for name of the boat? Is it León de Oro, ¿verdad? León de Oro. ¿Eso es lo que estás diciendo, Brian? Brian Galvan. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to write you down, homie. 11. Okay, Brian Galvan. Hey, you already voted. I got you down over here for Aztec Warrior. You can only get one choice. She knows I gotta make it fair for everybody. Okay, say hi to Auntie instead. Right? Salúdame, tu tía mejor. That's cool. Hasta en inglés, Edward Zanetti. All right. Okay, Brian says, yes, but someone already picked mine. Okay, that sounds fair. But I did put you down as both. See, I put you down. Yeah, see, look, you're number 4. I put your name and Junior's name down. Okay, so you want me to put that down for you? I'll put that down for you, Brian. How's that? All right? Okay, so León de Oro, va. Ahí está, para que veas que soy jalador, homie. Órale. Okay, so I got 11 names now. Okay, you guys, so check it out. It's 8 o'clock. I gotta go. I'm so sorry, but I do gotta go. All right, so yes. Here's my list. All right, here's the list so far. So I'm gonna take a picture of this because most likely I'm gonna lose it. And then so these are the first 11 names. I got the party's boat, says David. The party's boat. Wouldn't it be just the party boat? Is that what you want? I still have time to write you down, David. That's what you want? You can be number 12. Going once, going twice. Ruby Arteaga. Dice Aztec Voyager. Okay, I'll write that down. That sounds cool. Okay, Rudy. Arteaga. Aztec Voyager. Órale. Okay, you're number 12, Rudy. Mamacita Yaya says the Love Boat. Just kidding. Well, okay, well, you already picked one, Mamacita Yaya. You know what? That name has been, a lot of people have been saying that, so somebody else will pick it. But I did write down right now you said, Mamacita Yaya said Aztec Vibes. Sorry, baby, you only get one choice. I'm sorry, I gotta be fair with everybody. Even though, you know, pretty girls should get 2 chances. But I gotta be fair, Mom, okay? I'm sorry, baby, I'm sorry. Tia boat, says David. Party boat? Okay, David, you get one last chance, okay? What's your final pick here? Because you're gonna be the last person, because I gotta go. Okay, so you're gonna be number 13. Write it down now or forever hold your peace. Going once. Going twice. Come on, David. Boom, 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 boom. The Sirena. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Mose Landon says the Sirena catcher. I like that a lot. I gotta write that down. Okay, hang on, Mose. Monse Landon says the Sirena catcher. Sirena catcher. I got you for number 13, Monse. Is that French? Paul says, good morning, Aztec King. Hey, thanks, Paul. How you doing, man? You're missing out. We're writing down names for my boat. We got 13 names so far right here. And I'm about to leave. So I can write one more. Whoever I could do one more. Okay, so that would be 14 different names. And then later on today or tomorrow, I can do, we're gonna go up to like 30 names. All right, 30 names. Out of those 30 names, we'll pick one. Okay, so right now we have 14 so far. All right, it's the Colossal. Okay, so this was gonna be the last one. I did say the first person to answer, and it was right here. Apple user 23 million says Baby Titanic. All right, I'll write that down for you. All right, what's your name, Apple user? What's your name? Jorge. Okay, Jorge. I'm gonna open an Apple user Jorge, and you'll know that that's you, right? Okay, I'll put 23 million. 23 million, and then your name is Jorge. Jorge. Okay, Jorge, I got you down for Baby Titanic. All right, that's it, you guys. All right, Jorge, I got you down for number 14, homie. I'm going to read out the names that I got right now so you guys can start thinking about it. And then that's the, how was the boat yesterday? It was, I almost got it running. I cleaned it. Yes, I got it cleaned, but I didn't get it running. So I'm going to be working on that later on today. All right, here's the number one name was from my friend Monico, el Mexicano. He said he would like my boat's name to be La Mojada. Thanks, Monico. Number 2 was Rosa Medrano. She said Aztec Horizon. Number 3, Smoking Kettle. He said the Aztec mermaid. Órale, vato. Junior said Aztec warrior. Okay. Phoenix mate said La Journey. Anonymous Mexicano, La Aventura. JD says La Señorita. La Señorita. 6 Alan says Oxchicletzal. That means flower princess. All right, Mamacita Yilla says Aztec vibes. Hills Force says Speedy Shy Girl. Brian Galvan, León de Oro. Rudy Ortega Arteaga says Aztec Voyage. And number 13, Moses Landing says the Sirena Catcher. User 23 million, his name is Jorge, said Baby Titanic. Okay, you guys, so that's 14 different names. Okay, so we're gonna go up to 30. We're gonna go up to 30 names, and then we're gonna take a vote, and then whichever name gets the most votes, that's the name that I'm gonna be putting on my vote, and I'll put a sign on it that says whatever name wins. All right, you guys, so I gotta go now. I'm so sorry I have to go, but I gotta go. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Don't forget to get your Azteca Hill on the TikTok shop, Walmart online, Flip, and Azteca Hill account. Edward Ziani says La Rosa de Guadalupe. Okay, I'm sorry, man, but I gotta go. ¿Sabes qué? Para la otra te la apunto, okay? Ahorita ya me voy. Thank you, bye. Gotta go.